Hi, friends. It's Mrs. McCarver, and it's time for our reading lesson. Today, I want to do something exciting. I want to. Hi, friends. It's Mrs. McCarver, and it's time for today's reading lesson. Today, I want to do something really exciting. I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate all the hard work that you've been doing as a super reader. Can you give yourself a hand? You guys are working really hard on your reading. Your videos show it. And when you're meeting with us in your groups or your lessons, you're showing us how great you are doing at using those superpowers. Now, let's think about our superpowers. Let me move it over. So here's all our superpowers. And we want to celebrate the hard work that we're doing, the things that we're doing really good at. I've noticed when I'm reading, I do a really good job of using my pointer power. I always point under the words and make sure I say the right number of words. And I do a really good job of using my picture power because I check the picture to help me figure out words I don't know. But I also have noticed that I always forget to use my sound power. When I'm reading a book, I totally forget. And when I get stuck on a word, that I should look at the first letter and say that sound so I can get ready to read that word. It's just something that I'm not as good at doing because I forget about it. So, while we're celebrating those superpowers that we are doing a really good job of using, today I want you to think about how you can become an even better reader and set a goal for yourself. Remember, we've talked a little bit about goals. Goals are things we do when we want to get better at something. So, if I'm really good at using my pointer power and my picture power, do I need to set a goal for using those things? No, they're already a habit. I already do those every time I read. But my sound power is something I need to remember that I'm working on. That's going to be my goal. That when I get stuck on a word, I make sure to use my sound power. Now, I want you to set a goal too. And in one of your latest supply bags, you got this sheet that has all our reading superpowers on it. It looks pretty much like what you see on the screen. There's a couple extra ones on there that we haven't talked about yet. But today, before you start to read, I want you to get this superpowers sheet out, and I want you to pick one of the superpowers and set a goal for yourself. Remember, I thought about things that I'm really good at, like pointer power and picture power, and my goal or what I want to work on is sound power. I might even take a crayon or a marker and circle that on this sheet. So I said I want to use sound power. So here's my sound power. I circled it. When I read, I'm going to keep this sheet by me to help remind myself that when I get stuck, I need to try to use that sound power a little bit more. So I want you to find this sheet. If you can't find it, I'm going to get rid of my stuff, and you can use this picture that's on your screen. Think about one of these superpowers and decide which ones you're good at and which ones you might need to work on a little bit more. On the next slide, I'm going to ask you to send me a video telling me which superpower you're going to try to set as a goal to use more. Then it will be your turn to go off and do some reading and hopefully try to use that a little bit more. I can't wait to hear about the goals you've set for yourself.